January 10th and the 11th, we have a legend in the making coming back to the city of Philadelphia at Punchline Philly. His name is Ryan T. Davis. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's T, but Ryan Davis. What's up, boy?
What's up, Q?
I want you to know
I
this
like.
is this is what you're walking into.
I know.
Do
I know.
not police Ryan, do not come here talking, yo, but the Panthers got hope. We don't care about none of that shit.
Nah, I'm a 49ers fan, man. So yeah, no, I know how y'all get down, man.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all only good if a team loses all their quarterbacks. So
Okay.
I'm bitter forever. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm
Yeah.
bitter forever.
Yeah. Well, we did play y'all 3 years ago in the NFC Championship, and then
Yeah,
last year y'all got my man Big Dom. Kicked out at once y'all got Big Dom off of the sideline. Our season went to shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I was at that game. I was
you were
at that
there.
game. Yeah, I was there.
Oh man, yeah. Big Dom is he's a legend. But again, dude, you coming to Philly? I'm excited because every time you come back and like you got I'm seeing you on stage, guys. Such a fan of comedy. I'm seeing you on stage, and it's like you're like I'm comparing you, and I'm not trying to put pressure on you, but like Dave Chappelle, comfortable. You're
Yeah.
like I'm because I watch comedians like well, I can't say Skip Bayless, but like Stephen A. like Stephen A. Smith like studies sports.
hmm
I've seen you probably 4 or 5 times, and you're getting like your comfortability level. Like one time you had a jacket on, you had like this coat on, you kept the coat on for like 20 minutes, then you took the coat off. I was like, okay, no, you, you're in your duffel bag.
Oh man, listen, and I appreciate you supporting so many years, man. It's been like I think about like when we first met.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to say we were at the Bad Boy reunion tour. There was no baby oil in the
No.
building, but we met we met there, and that was like 2017.
Yeah.
And you've been consistently coming out the shows or whatever, and that's what I try to tell people, man. Like if you consistently come and see me, I promise you I'm gonna be better every time. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be better every time because I owe it to the people who support me to be better every time.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle is one of my biggest influences. So for you to like have him as a comparison, that is really dope. I actually met Dave. We did the Shreveport 50 Cent blowout together, and that's when I found out that he knew who I was. He pulled me to the green room and he was like, "You're one of the best comedy writers of today, right now." He was like, "Your writing is brilliant," and just to hear that from him was just like the craziest thing ever. So yeah, I wear it as a badge of honor, man. So when
Yeah.
I get up there, this weekend in Philly, I want people to know that I'm not gonna half-ass it. You're gonna get material that even if it's a subject matter that you may have heard before, you've never heard takes on it like this ever.
Yeah. No, and again, shout out to your team. Shout out to T Springs. Like y'all move, and I'm giving you some more pressure, but y'all move like how Kevin Hart and the Plastic Cup Boys move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm no like Kev Spank those dudes. That's fam, but like the way y'all move, it it's scary, bro. Like I'm telling you, you're going to be doing this right, and then it's going to be I don't know. I've seen clips on your social media talking about like, yo, you're not here for trying to be a big star right now, and you want people to know
hmm
about your work. I'm telling you, I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and people gonna like find out about you, and it's gonna be like, oh, the overnight sensation. Like y'all ain't noticed this
It's
dude.
gonna make me so mad too, Q. They'll be like,
Yeah,
out of nowhere. I
dude.
mean,
How
no.
they're gonna like how? I mean, out of
How
we
did you
saw,
not know?
yeah,
But
we saw you in Jumanji 9, and now look at you. It's like you know what I mean. I see that for you. Um, I want to go back because I've always wanted to ask you this. watching you January 10th and 11th, you can see him Punchline Philly. Watching you, what is your process? I'm really um intrigued when I see comedians that I like. What is your process of writing? Because people, I know you see this. People be like, I could do that. And I look and I'm like, no, you can't. What is your process to like develop a set?
So it's three components for me. One, I think about a perspective that's fresh or different than anybody else's, right? First, one of the first things I think of is what is a point of view that I have that's probably not popular,
Mm.
and then I think about how that opinion, how that point of view is shown up in my life, because I don't think you should ever do comedy and it not be derivative from your life experiences. That way anybody could tell your joke, and I don't want anybody being able to tell everybody can't tell your experience. So
Mm.
it I to have a point of view, and then I bring it close to home. And the third thing I try to do is hide the punchline. I don't want you to ever be able to guess what I'm gonna say. So one of the best ways to get people from guessing what you're going to say is start at the punchline first and reverse engineer it back to the beginning of the joke. Because if I do it straightforward, everybody's thinking the same. But if I do it in reverse, I could start anywhere. By the time
Ah.
I get to, yeah, so you'll be so far away from where I'm going that I get to, and a lot of the laugh is in the surprise, so that's what I try to do, and I'll touch anything. I'm not one of these comics that be like, oh, I got to stay away from this. I just make sure I write it so well that even the people I'm talking about laugh at it.
How often are you in the gym with your pen?
Oh man, listen, I don't. I'm the type of person that think a joke is never perfect because
Mm.
stuff just keeps happening in the world. Like, so you could write something and it might not make sense right now, and then something will happen 3 months from now, and you go, oh, this is the thing that I could tie to it to make it make perfect sense for people. Because you still have to relate it to people. Something can be funny to you all day, but people don't
Yeah,
have your experience. So you still got to have something in the world to compare it to, or something that maybe happened in their life that they can compare it to. And it may not have happened yet. That's the crazy
yeah.
part. It may not have even happened yet.
Got it. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm geeking out because I know a lot of interviews. What they try to do is, and I hate this about interviews. People try to interview like the name and try to like make you laugh and or like, hey, tell me about what you think about Diddy. And it's like,
Yeah.
yo, there's so much content out there. I'm literally curious. Like you guys got to go see Ryan. And the reason why I'm asking you this because if you go and see his show you literally can see the craftsmanship in the joke. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm not saying I do this. I've hosted comedy shows. People are like, yo, you should do that. I'm like, "No, do you see these dudes? What they do?
It is it's a completely different part of the brain.
Very,
Like even
very.
even going viral on social media, people are like, that translates to the stage. No, it doesn't. It two completely different worlds. You can be the funniest person in the world on stage and can't make anybody laugh online, or you can be the funniest person online and can't make anybody laugh on stage.
That w-
And that's different from being in the water cooler at your job. It's just like it's different parts of the brain. I think people got to understand when doing stand up and you're on stage in front of a bunch of strangers, there's no inside jokes. There's nothing. They don't know you and you don't know them. You got to be able to give them all the information necessary for them to laugh at, to know what you're talking about, and hit them with the punchline in a way that it resonates with them without ever having a previous conversation with them.
yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of psychology that goes into it. And I hate for the people who are watching this is like, I'm waiting on them to be funny. That's not I'm funny at work. So so
Yes.
yeah, I like to get into Because I think it's a beautiful art form, man. And whenever I think there are a lot of people who should be interested in the crafting of it, man. Because I think it's a beautiful thing and it's impressive. It's one thing to laugh at something. That's why I like Dave so much. Dave will say something that not only makes me laugh, I'm impressed with how his brain even came about putting that together.
That's you.
So,
That's what I'm saying with you. Like and again, right? I know people go, I'm trying to go totally different, right? I know people go, man, who's your top five comedian? Forget that. I want to know, who have you been impressed by? Top five that you've been impressed by, that you've seen, and we may not know, that you're like, yo,
uh,
yeah.
last night I went to go see a comedian named Marvin Hunter. I performed on the show too. I was super impressed. I kept
Mm,
on like just gushing about it. He was like, yeah, he was like, thanks, man. I was like, I'm serious. This is one of the best shows I've ever been. Yo, it was hilarious. Him, Dave has really impressed me. Ali Sadiq really impresses
yeah,
me.
shout out to Ali. Yeah.
Yeah, Ali. Um, Nate Jackson really impresses me.
Okay.
His like we did YouTube theater in LA, prayers to LA by the way, but we did
Yeah.
the YouTube theater in LA back in September. It's I don't know, 3 to 6,000 people or something like that. He said turn the lights on. He did crowd work in a
Mm,
room of thousands of people and was murdering. Now, I mean, that's not pre-written, no nothing.
yeah.
He don't know what these people look like. He has no clue. His set was going well. He has great material. So he was doing material up front, and then he was like, "I'm gonna risk the rest of this set on the unknown,"
Yeah.
and was smashing. And I was like, I don't think people understand that level of genius to be like, everything's going well, and I'm just gonna in front of thousands of people. I'm gonna turn the lights on. I'm gonna look at people who I didn't even know was in here and come up with jokes on the spot.
Yeah, that's impressive. Another thing that I've seen you start, I'm not gonna say you started it, but I've seen you're like the one of the first comedians. Your online presence was so crazy. You were giving out, and you still do it, but like in the beginning that I heard of you, you were giving out like whole sets
Yeah,
of content online.
yeah.
How do you do that to get people to come to your show, and then you can't kind of use that stuff?
No, and that was the craziest part. Like for years, I was burning hours of material just in content to get people to come to the shows.
Yeah,
And uh I think really if I came from an earlier time, I'd probably have 9 stand-up specials by now. But we're just in a different time where you just gotta burn the material.
yeah.
People don't consume comedy the same way. You gotta prove that you're funny every week for 7 months for two people to go, I might spend $20 to go see. It's
That's
weird. It's not a
crazy.
yeah,
That's
it's not a it's like there's I wish I was around in the time where you had to be funny one good time. You had one good TV appearance or one good movie appearance and you had fans for life. But now social media doesn't work that way.
yeah,
People people act like you forgot how to be funny. If you don't post anything for like 3 months, they're like, yeah, he ain't funny no more. That's not how funny works. I'm never going. God, this is God given. I'm not going to ever not be able to do this. But now it's like people get so much content and they consume so much free content. They it's sort of like they feel like, why should I pay? Why should I do? And nothing I ever put on the internet will compare to a live show. And
no,
that's not just me. That's almost any comedian. I promise you, can't
bro.
compare to a live show.
And you and your team, man, y'all like very, very funny. I think a lot of people. I want to go back to this point. They think they look at you online, they see the cool clips you put up, and they're like, I can do that. Bro, you coming to Philly January 10th and 11th. It's 19 degrees. It is
Yeah.
freezing. How do you like, and you, how many weekends a year are you on the road?
At least 40.
Okay, guys, so that means he's on the road 9 months a year. I'm really good at math. 9 months a year that you're on the road. That, to your point, all right, we going to Cincinnati. Hey, let me talk to Q of Cincinnati. There's no Q of Cincinnati anyway, guys.
At
But
all.
hey, hey, let me talk to Q of Cincinnati. And you gotta keep selling yourself.
Hmm.
How exhausting is just the repetitiveness of the job, but every time you go somewhere, it's new. They only see you once a year.
Yeah. For me, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of took it for granted. Q, I ain't gonna lie. I stopped like doing the trying to convince people to come see me because I was like, hey, you missing the show. I'm not missing out on anything. Like, and I'm the middle of seven. I grew up the middle of seven children from two high
Wow.
school dropouts. So the money I make from stand up is more than enough for me to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
people are like, why? But what if you don't sell out? I don't have to sell out to live the life that I want to live. But I also started to realize when you don't promote that heavy, that there are going to be people who missed it on my page, who missed it on whatever, who tune in the queue, and then they're going to be so happy that we decided to have this conversation because now they know that I'm coming.
yeah,
And I had to learn to appreciate every avenue and every opportunity to get the people who do appreciate what I do to come out and see me. So now I have a different attitude about it, and I'm able to get up and want to do it as much
yeah.
now.
No,
Yeah.
well, listen. Um, Friday, January 10th, Saturday, January 11th. You're here at Punchline Philly. I'm pulling up because,
Oh, I
and I
got
want to
something
say
for
this at the end. I want to say this at the end because again, personality, sometimes they be like, "This, it's about you. It's not about you. It's about the person you're talking to." This weekend is my birthday. Sunday is my birthday, so I gotta
oh,
have some fun. And I'm gonna
oh,
bring. I'm gonna bring a gang. I'm calling my folks, and I'm bringing a gang of people, and we coming to your show, bro.
oh, I got you. I'm gonna take care of you,
Yeah,
man. Oh, fellow
yeah,
January baby, I
yeah.
got you.
Little Capricorn, Capricorn. I'm throwing gang signs, and never mind. I shouldn't do
Oh,
that. Well, we're not in LA, but um, I will see you tomorrow or Saturday.
oh,
Bro,
we
it's
pulling up. We gotta do lunch or something too. Well, actually, I'm fasting. You can eat lunch though. We can have a conversation.
yeah. You text me off of this. We'll do that. But bro, it's
Yeah.
every time I see that you're coming to town, man. It literally puts a smile to my face because I know I'm gonna be thoroughly entertained. And you're one of these dudes that I'm like, I don't, and I know you're already successful. Your aura of you, like you didn't have to say you won. I know you won. Like whatever your bills are, whatever you roll with your peoples that you love, your family, your homies that you open up that are amazing as well. Like you already won. So whatever more, I don't want to say more people because a lot of people know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. Like once you get to
Yeah,
Golden,
nah. Hey, I ain't never got a problem with more ice than getting on the
yeah,
cake. I
once
promise.
once Golden Globes Ryan arrives,
I can't wait.
I'm going to be smiling because I'm like, yo, I like that dude. He's put the work in, and you have like this old school kind of feel with you that we're missing from comedy and just life and in general. So, bro, I'm excited. I'm gonna see you tomorrow or Saturday at Punchline, and go Birds. I had to say
Fly, Eagles, fly.
that.
I got you.
My guy.